and we're working in conjunction with each other. So
Which
we've
is
been talking with
great.
each other. We've met with each other, and we've worked with each other.
That's what we want.
But because of that, we are down on the amount of turkeys that are being given to us. And not because we're working against them, because we're working with them.
Right.
With them. And so we have 75 turkeys that's coming from the food bank. But it used to be...
From the Westfield Food Pantry, correct?
Right,
So we want to thank them because they've partnered with us here every year.
Absolutely.
At varying levels, but every day. But certainly we appreciate anything they can send our way.
No question.
They've been excellent to work
They
with.
always are.
Yeah.
And they, so they're doing 75 turkeys for us. But prior to that, when it was... we used to be able to get the full meals. Now we just get the turkeys. So
Right.
we're responsible for the full meals.
Yeah, because I remember the first 2 years they were able to give us the potatoes, everything they had, but now obviously they have their needs as well.
So I'd like to go over what we're looking for so people know that that's a great
That
thing
was
to
going to be my
donate.
next question. So go ahead.
Do we really need you? No,
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
I ask myself that question every day.
Can you tell that? Can you tell this morning? I was like, I got back from 2:30 from Boston, and I'm like, I have to meet with Stefan at
And be on the
9,
radio.
and be on the radio and be nice. But you know what? In all honesty, I'm going to say that I give him a lot of credit for this. This has always been because his heart's bigger than anybody I know, and he always is reaching out to the community. So I'm going to give you kudos for
Thank
that.
you.
You know, quite frankly, if you hadn't started this, I wouldn't have known about it, and I think it's that important for the community.
I agree.
So, and we do have a special guest coming in somewhere along the line, so we'll leave that one out. But these are
Okay.
the things that we could use. We have right now, through the good graciousness of Jimmy Adams, we have turkeys. We have turkeys from First and Adams. We have turkeys from Polish National Credit Union.
Excellent.
And we have turkeys from the food bank, Rebecca. We also have boots from Rebecca.
Yeah,
Because we have
Rebecca Hart is
Absolutely.
I mean,
She's
really an
atheist.
unsung hero in our city, and
Agreed.
I'm glad you brought.
And St. Vincent de Paul has
Yeah.
always been, like they've called, and we are working with them as well. But so when I look at the things that we could use, okay, this is always. I didn't make this list because I would never put peas at the top of that list ever. I mean, who puts peas at the top of a list for Thanksgiving?
Some people like them.
Who?
Not me, but
No,
some people like them.
Canned peas. There's nothing worse. But corn.
Canned asparagus is pretty
Yeah,
bad too.
that's too bad. But we do have a lot of corn. We have probably 20 cases of corn that were donated.
Nice.
But we always look for the gravy packs. You say, why gravy packs? Well, by the end of the day, these arms hurt. The gravy packs are the easiest for me to carry.
So you would prefer like the gravy packets as opposed to Heinz gravy in a jar.
That's correct.
Okay.
And they tend to break.
That's,
and when I'm throwing
That's
bags
another
around,
good point.
the contain the
Glass is not great.
Not
Yep.
gla-
What else?
carrots, and we'll take carrots that are in a package or carrots that are in a can.
Yep.
Again, carrots in a can stink. But cranberry sauce. What's Thanksgiving without cranberry
You
sauce?
need it.
Need it. Beans. 3 bean casserole. If you think of what a bean casserole is, Thanksgiving. What's Thanksgiving without bean casserole?
So you need the cream of mushroom soup too, right?
and the
fried onions, the fried onions on top. Yeah, those
Yep.
are good.
And so we need that. And he puts tuna here. Who eats tuna?
No, I think so. Folks need to remember that whatever we don't use for this
in the food
goes
bank.
into
Stays
the
in
food
the pantry.
pantries or
Right.
goes to the food pantries
Or-
of the schools.
correct.
Right. So we'll take anything pretty
Oh,
much.
absolutely.
But, so that covers like tuna, peanut butter, pasta sauce. I mean, those would be things that would go. Those are staples in pasta.
We love juice and drinks to be done too, even though they're heavy. Even if you have the packs for those.
Yeah.
Because that's like, for some people, that's just a
Treat.
It's a treat, yeah.
It is.
So, and we look for the stuffing.
Dry
now
goods
you say,
now,
you
right?
say, why cake mix? Well, what's Thanksgiving without a dessert? And guess what? I'm not making pies because I don't make them for him. So,
No, she makes me make my own.
yes, I
Come
do.
on.
Yes, I do.
Don't you buy them at Tiger's
No.
Pride? They're
That's
selling
I was
not-
going to say,
Oh,
Tiger's
Tiger's
Pride will
Pride.
get
Tiger's
them.
Pride,
Right.
Yeah.
Tiger's Pride. Dinner rolls are always very good to do.
Do you want them in the box or do you want them already made?
No, I would like them in the, the 12 to the.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's those instant
Brown
potatoes.
and
We
serve.
do not need instant potatoes because we have potatoes that our kids here at the school will bag for us in families of 4 in increments. We have
Nice.
800
great.
potatoes.
From
They were donated by, no, they weren't, not, they were got to us, but by Chef Rogers. Not
Nice.
Chef Rogers, I'm sorry,
Pete?
Pete Touloumis.
nice.
Oh, very nice.
Pete
Right.
Touloumis.
And
We
he goes
also,
and picks them up in Northampton.
Which makes it
or
nicer.
Hadley or wherever they are.
That makes it easier.
Yep.
we also had, and I'm not allowed to give this out, but a person donated squash for everybody.
Oh, wow.
So we have butternut squash for everybody.
Great.
And some acorn. We also have turkey pants that were donated from Party World in West Springfield.
Excellent.
donated-
Did you get the
Excellent.
bags from Big Y this year? Because I did write the letter.
Unfortunately, corporate turned that down, and so what they're giving us is a collection of paper and plastic that we can use.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, corporate didn't
So
see.
do we need bags?
We do need bags.
Well, if
We
you
have
wanna bring in bags-
the shopping bags, the reusable plastic bags, if anybody wants to bring us any, we will gladly take those.
Yeah, because you got to put everything in something.
Yeah, those
And
are the
it's-
preferred, but this is a substitute that will work. We'll put
Okay.
a paper bag inside of a plastic bag. And that
I'm not
gives us
giving
a
up on
handle,
those
so-
bags because they're so much easier to use. So if I have to, like, maybe anybody know anybody at Stop and Shop?
Nope, but we can certainly
We can
amend
try.
the letter and send it there.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, I'm surprised. I didn't know that had been turned down.
I was just told yesterday.
So
I
let's
didn't
talk
know
about
either, that's why I
cereal.
asked.
We have a woman that is Mrs. Dunley, who is a couponer, and she donated over 200 boxes.
I believe she's a super couponer.
Oh,
super
she-
couponer.
she's the
Extreme
queen-
couponer.
the
Can
queen
you,
of
can you talk about that a
coupons.
little, Pete? Because I don't know exactly what she does, in it, but
She
she shows up with
goes-
200 boxes.
Yeah, she'll go to a store
That's all I'm saying.
and develop coupons where she'll buy, $100 or $1,000 of the stuff and pay like $50.
And she donates it
Wow.
all here. Not once, a couple times a year.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah, we came
And
to-
that's her passion. So it's great to feed her passion in a way that she's not going to become a hoarder. She can give it to
Well, and
a
it's
good
going
place.
to folks that need it, yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
All
I
right,
mean,
listen, folks. It is 9:24. I forgot about our first break, Pete. We've got to get there, huh?
Yeah, well, you were having a lot of fun there.
We were.
We'll
So,
let you go.
Listen, folks. It's again 9:24, 45 degrees outside in downtown Westfield. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Grateful for each hand we hold, gathered round this table. From far and near we travel home, blessed that we are able. Grateful for this sheltered place, with light in every window. Saying welcome, welcome, share this feast. Come in away from sorrow. Father, mother, daughter, son, neighbor, friend, and friendless, all together, everyone, in the gift of loving kindness. Grateful for what's understood and all that is forgiven. We try so hard to be good, to lead a life worth living. Father, mother, daughter, son, neighbor, friend, and friendless, all together, everyone. Let grateful days be endless. Grateful for each hand we hold, gathered round this table.
WSKB's programming is generously underwritten by Whip City Fiber, Westfield Gas and Electric, where they offer gigabit internet speed. Whip City Fiber, turning Westfield's neighborhoods into fiberhoods. On the web at whipcityfiber.com.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.com. wsfd-lp.org.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes and Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
$5 gift card, and they're giving us bags.
Oh, wow. Not correct. Are we back online? Hey, we're talking about donations here. Folks, welcome back to Superintendent Spotlight, and we are live, which is why you heard us talking a little bit there. Sorry. It's 9:28 in the morning, and I just, tonight's a busy night, by the way.
Yes.
We were talking about. So first, we'll get back to sports, but I think there's a soccer game going on someplace. I think there might be a volleyball match, but we'll get to all of that.
We'll get that in segment 3.
There's pocketbook bingo tonight at Tacoma Country Club, which has sold out.
Wow.
I get to be there for 4 hours calling bingo numbers and raffle tickets. But I'll tell you, Chris, I learned something. I did not know that the purse was a big thing for folks. I never knew that. There's name brands and everything about purses. I just didn't know that. And then there's the National Honor Society induction is tonight at Westfield High School.
At the high school.
7 o'clock as well. And there's a CPAC meeting here tonight too, correct?
Right, CPAC here at the Academy at 6:30.
Listen, there's something going on for schools everywhere tonight, I think. Really, it's kind of a lot. But I wish I could be in more places at once. That would be a good thing. So again, we're here talking with Ralph and Sue Figge. We're on the food drive. We were talking about some of the dry goods that we were looking for, stuffing, cake mix, dinner rolls. Rice is not a bad thing. We also take donations of cereal and oatmeal and obviously pasta sauce. And again, because we have food pantries in at least 5 of our schools, and we do in a not obvious way, help our families out when we can. So, again, Sue, we left off, what about perishable items now?
I'm glad you brought up the perishable, but I also want to talk about one thing that you just triggered my ADHD brain. And that was that, where do these students come from? How do we know what students are getting these turkey dinners? So that is, and I love the way you did that. You went to the schools and you said, I want the teachers to look and see who they feel for their students could use a turkey dinner.
Right.
I want the teachers to give us,
Well, we try a lot of different angles because we use the counselors to, sometimes, to be fair, not everyone comes forward and indicates that they're in need. I just remember that from being a principal too, and Chris, you probably
absolutely.
remember, like you see Johnny, why aren't you eating lunch?
Right.
And then the first answer is I'm not hungry.
Right.
And then you dig a little deeper and you find out, well, I don't have lunch money or something to that effect.
Correct.
So there's multiple angles we try to get that information from, and I hope we don't miss folks. I'm sure we end up doing that because not everyone wants to come forward. But like you said, last year 211 families is pretty impressive. And I don't know if people know this either, but so on Wednesday, because we still work even though the schools are closed for kids, right? Paul Newton, I'm going to give him a shout out. He had 2 additional families come to him, and he and his administrative team put together what they needed, and they delivered 2 additional
last
meals.
year.
So actually,
Right.
it's 213.
Right.
And anything we can do to help. So back to the perishables, right?
So the perishables, we never have enough butter, and you think that's one of the high price items for people to get. So butter, we look for butter, eggs.
Well, why do you need butter?
Potatoes.
Eggs. You got potatoes. Eggs would be for
eggs
if you're
for the
baking
cake.
anything, right?
But eggs are a real good staple for a family to eat.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're pretty cheap and they go pretty far.
They do.
So
And they're good for you.
And they're loaded
good
with
for you.
protein. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're fabulous.
It's hard for us to do the milk, but we do. We have some.
Well,
because,
I put milk in my potatoes. Is that weird?
Yeah, but it's not weird. But it's hard to
Oh.
keep all
Keep
that
it-
here
keep
and
it
get
fresh
it
and
to
keep it-
everybody.
Right.
Keep it fresh. So, but the eggs, you can leave out for a bit, and certainly the butter you can leave out for a bit. So we do. It's funny how we line it up because we get almost all frozen turkeys. We line up tarps, and we have it set up.
If we give them the turkey on Monday, is it thawed out in time for Thursday?
Yes, because if they
They just got to leave it out, right?
you gotta leave it in your refrigerator.
Your fridge,
The
right?
fridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we do have some that are fresh.
Right.
So we have fresh turkeys. And which brings me up to things that are expired. We don't want your turkey from last year. Expired. Please don't. We love that people bring us food.
But we can't use expired food, folks, basically.
Last year, like I had some expired sardines from like 2004. Nobody eats them
And
in
sardines-
2018.
Sardines, fresh or expired, probably weren't a high item.
Not
on
unless
that.
you're making your own Caesar dressing. Or
Right,
something.
right,
That'd be
right,
about.
right,
That'd be about it.
But let's talk about the other thing. Since this is a food bank that we have, we always love, and we do have some couponers that will bring us some of their hygiene items to us that we'll keep here. We keep a lot
Which
of that.
again is not on the Thanksgiving table. However,
Right.
why do we
time to
need
collect
those?
it.
It is. What kinds of things do we need for that?
Well, we need soap,
Yeah.
laundry detergent. We need deodorant, shampoos and conditioners, toothpaste and toothbrushes, and feminine hygiene products. These are all things that kids can use and need and sometimes can't afford. So we'd like to be able to help all that out too.
Yeah, and I just want to, again, I mentioned my assistant Chelsea earlier. I want to shout her out again because that was one of the things we decided to do, really with her taking the lead on it a couple of years ago, was we buy, through Title I, we buy a lot of hygiene kits for
Right.
our homeless students in the district too. So, like you said, Ralph, there's a need. It's not just food. There's a need for
Well,
a
even
lot
that-
of
I mean,
essentials and staples.
We have a significant homeless population
Oh, yeah.
that people don't ever
Absolutely.
even really know about, right?
Yeah, we last year, last few years, we've been well over 100 students in our district that are classified McKinney-Vento.
And people don't even understand. I don't think your average person would know that.
Right.
That's
and
a lot of
and
kids.
that's the
It
kids
is.
that you've identified. You have some kids that don't let you know that they're
Right, those are
Just
those
like
are the
we-
ones
yeah.
that we know
No.
of.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, there's a lot of families that are couch surfing or family surfing or, and that's so it's good to be able to say, hey, I can tell you that I've had kids where I've gone up and said, let's go fill. Quite frankly, I do that a lot. I'll say, let's go fill up a bag. Nobody knows we're giving it to them. It's very
That's what
quiet.
we have to be
Right,
discreet
discreet.
about.
We're
it.
very
Yeah.
discreet, and we do a lot of the hygiene products. We do a lot of the, soap and shampoos and those
Toothpaste.
things, toothpaste. So we love those when they're given to us. And then very often I will tell you, like Highland School will say, "What have you got?" I'm like, "Come on down."
Yeah.
They're
Right.
really good about. I also
Requesting.
want to let you know that if I have an excess of too much, if people give me too much, there's never too much.
No, we'll
Because
give it to.
we give it to the food pantry.
Absolutely.
So there is never too much. Never think that there's too much because we definitely will share.
And I'll tell you, I'm never cease to be amazed by the generosity of our community.
I think we talk about that probably
Absolutely.
almost, if not weekly, at least every other week on the show. That comes up in some capacity.
Westfield has heart.
They do have
Indeed.
They do
Indeed.
have heart.
It's a great
They really
place
do.
to live.
It sure is.
And one other item I know we were talking about off the air, but we also accept, gift cards to local grocery stores too.
And we love the gift cards, and we like them in smaller amounts because all of a sudden, like at 11 o'clock, I'm out of gravy, and I'm like giving a gift card to somebody to go buy me a case of gravy. Of packets, I might add. But I want to talk
Yeah.
about some of the people that have given money, and I'm going to leave one out because they're going to come here and give that at some point in time. But Thrifty Car in Westfield really came through. Dave DeCenza and his staff ended up doing their own food drive, but they decided to do their food drive where they took, they donated. They donated $890 for this
Wow.
food drive. $890. From
Wow.
from Thrifty Car.
Thank
and,
you, Thrifty.
Thank
and
you.
all of his staff, they all donated. So that's why it's kind of an odd number. They all donated. But also, I will tell you, he said, if my staff donates, so do you. Pony up. So I had to pony up money to him. I'm like, are you kidding me? I buy my cars from you now. And he says, yep. Everybody gives. So he was wonderful.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
First and Adams always
course.
comes through, and he comes through for the coats too. I mean, he
Oh,
is one of
Jim's
the most
amazing.
generous
Yeah.
persons
Amazing.
in town.
yeah.
He received one of your awards last year.
Last year we gave him an Above and Beyond
Above and
award.
Beyond.
Absolutely well deserved. And I believe you folks may have received that.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
we did.
but and, so Ralph was at a meeting this week. And how did we get another 25?
Well, the mayor has a monthly coffee hour,
Yes.
and this week's coffee hour was held at the Andrea York Photo Shop.
yes,
and
I
there
was
must
there
have
with
been
you.
40 to 45 businesses
45?
in the audience.
Yeah.
The superintendent was there, the mayor was there, I was there, a couple city hall folks were there, and we were able to talk about the food drive. And I got a call yesterday from Miss Rickson from Polish National Credit Union saying, look, if we donate 20 turkeys, will you pick them up? I said, absolutely.
Absolutely. Wow, that's great.
PNC is going to purchase 20 turkeys for us. I will pick those
And
up.
PNCU's been very generous
Well, I
to
was-
our
absolutely.
district for a while.
I mean, not only so Martha joined the advisory board for business tech. I met with her this summer, and they also are coming into our middle school and both high schools to work
Yes.
with on financial literacy skills with our students, grades 7 to 12, which is fantastic.
Yeah,
That is
they're
fantastic.
turning into a really great partner
Absolutely.
for the city. So they go above and
And they've
beyond,
joined our
so-
Westfield Education to Business Alliance.
Right.
Exactly. So Martha called me. So I
Martha
said,
Rickson,
Yep.
yeah, she's great.
So give me. I'd like to pick them up at 8 o'clock in the morning. So and then I pick up Jimmy Adams' donation at the butcher block at the same time.
At the same
So
time.
So I have to laugh. I have some retired
Ralph's
staff.
the runner.
I'm
No,
the gopher.
no,
noticed
we
that?
actually have
I'm
another
the
runner.
gopher.
We have another runner that you'd laugh at. It's
Ralph's
Janet
the
Larice
Uber.
and Gary Larice.
Oh,
and they're
excellent.
Like, they're so
Larice.
funny. They're like, really?
We're not
6
gonna
o'clock
stand
in the
around
morning.
here
I
and
said,
put
I
stuff in
didn't pick
bags.
6 o'clock in the morning. I
Pete,
didn't
you're
pick.
not living. That's just going to keep
I
coming
didn't pick
back
6
round
o'clock.
and round and round.
And they tried to remind me they're retirees, and then I have other friends who have retired that are coming. They're like, "Who picked 6 o'clock?" I said, "Non-retirees pick 6 o'clock."
I'm up. What's the problem?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, me
there's
too.
the
I don't
problem.
You're
see-
up, aren't you?
I don't see the issue, and we have to come on the air at 6 o'clock anyway.
I want
So
to know how
you
many
know,
of you students are going to be here at 6 o'clock.
none of them. It'll be me.
None at all. But
That didn't take
once you
long.
get approval, we should put out something to have people sign up for blocks, right?
No, let me just
Yeah,
tell
for
you,
early,
you have
yeah.
a student, by the way, coming from last year that called me and said, can I mentored last year, and she says, can I help with the food drive? I so enjoyed that last year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, you can. She's got a wonderful job with MGM, and she works a
Really?
zillion hours, and she took her day off. She's working the weekend so she can help on the food drive. So you have people that are just wonderful in this community.
We
forget
absolutely
about
do.
those.
We do. All right, folks, we're going to go for our second break. It is 9:39 in the morning. When we get back, we've got sports. We have a surprise guest, and we're going to talk more about the food drive.
We're flying
Lots going
through
on
this.
here in Westfield. Thanks for listening. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
You've been so kind and generous. I don't know, keep on giving. For your kindness, I'm in debt to you. For your selflessness, my admiration. For everything you've done, you know I'm bound to thank you for it. La 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 You've been so kind and generous. I don't know how you keep on giving. For your kindness, I'm in debt to you. And I never could have come this far without you. For everything you've done, you know I'm bound to thank
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield. Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
Live around the
Wednesday mornings start off right from 6 to 8 a.m. with Tina Gorman and Wake Up Wednesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University. This is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
We're back with Superintendent Spotlight with Zap and Chris, broadcasting live from beautiful Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy. Our weekly segment with sports, and it's all going to be local sports this week because we've got a lot to talk about. Well, congratulations to our girls soccer team from Westfield High School. They did lose the other night, being defeated by number 2 West Springfield. But understand, West Springfield's a powerhouse right now, and our girls team, even though they lost 3-0, they're probably a year away, right?
Yeah,
next year could not to put too much pressure on them, but they're going to be a force to be reckoned with again next year.
Yeah, they're relatively young.
Absolutely.
A lot of sophomores and juniors.
Absolutely. And Monday night when we were at the school committee meeting, we were getting live updates.
That was great.
Absolutely, regarding our number 1 seeded Westfield girls volleyball team at the high school did defeat number 9 Amherst 3-2. They'll now take on number 4 Central in Chicopee tonight. So, again, that was a back-and-forth matchup. How about our Bridget Moriarty finishing with 38 of the 39 team's assists on our way to 44 kills? What a matchup. Unbelievable. Great job, Bridget. Great job, girls. Good luck tonight. And, of course, we've got to talk about our Westfield Technical Academy boys soccer team.
What's their record, Chris?
They are 20-1.
Wow.
They won all but one regular season matchup. They've captured the Mavada Championship, and then yesterday they big 1-0 win over Munson. They're going to be taking on Pioneer Valley Regional, who's seeded number 2 in the Division 4 tournament tonight at Holyoke High at 7. Good luck to Coach DeLute and the boys. And then I'm going to leave this part of the segment to Coach Figgy to talk about for the first time in history, Ralph.
Cross-country, yeah,
Westfield
Ralph. What's
Tech
going
girls
on?
cross-country had enough.
I think that was one of those things I
right.
recruited Ralph for, to be the coach,
And
too.
how's it going?
He volunteered.
I volunteered. I came out of retirement to do this. I got to thank. First of all, I'd like to thank my assistant coach, Emmett Morrill. Without his aid and assistance, we wouldn't be where we are. We have, for the first time in 4 years, our program's only 4 years old.
That's right.
We have a full contingent of female runners.
Wow,
we have
nice.
a total of 7 girls that have stuck it out. And yesterday, all 7 ran at the Massachusetts Vocational School Championship meet in Rentham. All 7 were able to finish the course. We had 2 run JV, and for the first time in the history of the school, we had a actual girls of varsity team that finished 4th.
Wow.
Out of 4 teams. It's a start. It's the way to go. On the boys' side, we finished 6th out of 10 teams, 1 runner out of 5th. So if we could have swapped 1 runner, we would have been 5th instead of 6th. So the first year we went, 3 years ago, we were 10th out of 10. Last year we were 9 out of 10. So this year we're 6 out of 10.
Improving.
The kids have just responded very well. We have 12 boys on the team and 7 girls. So we have been growing, and Coach Morrill has been recruiting. Not only is he a sub and a big supporter of the school, but he's also been recruiting cross-country kids. So, and we are young.
He makes his wife go to the meets.
Well, you know.
Cross country is a tough sport to watch,
Oh,
too.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
ready?
kind of like watching
It's a
paint
sleeper
dry.
sport.
Yeah.
Because of what the courses are. It's
Because 90%,
Right.
90% of the race is in the woods.
right, exactly.
So it is difficult to watch, but it is nothing more exciting than to watch the start of a
Cross
big
country. And the finish.
And
That's
the
it,
finish.
And-
And to see these kids expend everything they got, and they got nothing left, so they worked really hard. I saw a couple of the team guys in the hall today. I said, "How you doing?" They said, "We're sore." I said, "Well, that's good because that means you really worked hard
That's right.
yesterday."
They
So,
did. Congratulations,
yeah,
Coach.
well, thank you. It's all for the kids. Couple shout outs for the cross country team. Jimmy Adams once again came through with the purchase of coats for the kids.
Thank you,
So
sir.
you'll
Wow.
see the purple
Yeah.
coats all around school. The kids wear them with pride. They just can't thank Jimmy enough for everything he's done. And On Shoe Company. It's a Switzerland-based shoe company. It's new. The
Very
regional,
high-end.
It's very high-end stuff. The regional rep is a guy by the name of Matt Germain. Now, Matt and my son Sean belong to the same running club in Worcester. So Sean gave me a call and says, "I got some shoes. Can you use them?"
That's on Matt.
Matt called. So Matt has donated some shoes. Hopefully
Excellent.
they're the right sizes. So we'll fit those kids up today to see how we can do. So thanks to On Shoe Company and Matt Germain for that donation. So we had a great time at the Pioneer Valley Cross Country Championships. It was last weekend up at Stanley Park. We had 75 parents and siblings and
Oh, that's
kids show
fantastic.
up. We tailgated. We just had a lot of fun. The kids ran well. So all in all, it's been a fantastic year for the cross country team. I'm looking forward to more of the same next year, as the majority of our runners, in fact, all the girls are sophomores and freshmen.
Nice. So they're coming back.
They're young. Hopefully they
Young
don't
team?
get a job and go co-op
Well,
on us,
yeah.
but we can work anything out. So yeah, it's been a great year.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm glad you mentioned that, Ralph, because I mean, we're in the first week in November, right? And we've still got quite a few of our teams, from both high schools
In some tournament play, yeah.
Competing. So again, a quick rundown. Today, our Westfield High School girls volleyball team will be in the Western Mass Division II semifinals, taking on number 4 Central at Chicopee Comprehensive tonight at 7:30. Tomorrow night, boys football from Westfield High School Division II championship.
They're playing
at Birdie Field in Holyoke. Number 3 Westfield taking on
Central.
All right, so this is,
It's a big one.
it's a
It
big
is.
one.
And what about the girls cheerleaders? We got some good news on them. Or no, gymnastics. I'm sorry, at
yeah,
Westfield High.
and that's the thing. The girls gymnastics for the high school, they're going to be competing in the West Sectional Championship at Chicopee Comprehensive
When is that?
Saturday at 3.
Okay.
And again, what a run they've had.
Absolutely.
We talk about it all the time. It's a dynasty.
It really is.
Westfield girls
and
gymnastics.
they just got recognized for something else.
But more importantly than the wins they're putting up, and we take great pride in this. The team's been chosen to receive the Sportsmanship Award for Western Mass Gymnastics, and that's going to be presented to them at the conclusion of the championship this coming Saturday at Chicopee Comp.
Wow.
Again, it starts at 4 and ending at about 7. So congratulations to the girls. And one thing Ralph said off the air too. We have a new athletic director this year in Westfield Public Schools, Dan Trudeau, and I think we're all pretty excited about the direction he's taken the athletic department in.
Yeah.
And we're already seeing the fruits of his labor early on.
Absolutely.
So congratulations to everybody involved.
Excellent. Thank you for the sports update. And now we have a special guest. Sue, I'm going to let you take it away.
Well, I can. You know how I have a really hard time with turning you down. Well, Roxanne Bradley here she's with the Lions. She's
Lions Club?
Lions Club, and so I'm going to let her take it away.
She has to grab a microphone.
She has to-
No, there's 2 right there. There's 2
Oh, you
right
can take, yeah, there
Yes,
you go.
yeah.
Got the portals.
Welcome to the show, Roxanne. It's great to see you, by the way.
You didn't realize you're getting into this,
And
did
you got to talk into the mic.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here today.
Certainly sounds that way, Roxanne.
I didn't realize I was
You're on
happy to
TV,
be
too.
here today. And yes, I'm like. Anyway, no, I'm very happy to be here. Very good to see all of you again. It's been a long time. I am part of the Westfield Centennial Lions. We're the 100th club, not club, but we're part of the 100th Lions.
Right.
Westfield started up again. We had a club many, many years ago. But anyway, I'm here because the Westfield Public Schools is having a food drive. And last year I partaked and assisted Susan Figge and the school department with putting together baskets and accepting donations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
She never says no to me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They
No,
might
I
start,
never
though.
say
Be
no.
careful.
As long as if I get the quiet voice, I know that I need to do everything.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Not
no.
really, though.
No, I truly love to do things, and Sue knows that, and she's always included me to help. But anyway, we did a fundraiser, the Glow Golf Tournament. We did not do as well as we had anticipated, but we did very well, actually.
We
and-
had Kyle Pierce on the show to
Yes.
talk about that, right?
Okay,
I
yes.
know Chuck Jendrzyk, Principal Westfield High, put a team together.
He
They
put a
played-
team together.
Yeah, they
Yep.
played. Yeah.
Yes, and I believe everyone had a great time. It is actually fun at night to watch this red or blue ball or whatever color it is
Getting hit, yeah.
glowing as it's hit, because in reality, you guys can see your balls
What?
because the glow balls, because
It's dark.
like in the daytime when I watch people play golf, I cannot see where the ball goes, but at night it was miraculous. I could see where the ball was landing.
And it
So-
wasn't good, was it? Nobody
No.
won, did they?
No, but we had some really good scores for nighttime glow in the dark golfing. But anyway, we would like to help out as part of the Lions. We have 5 areas that we help. Vision, of course.
Yes.
Vision, hunger,
Right.
environment,
Oh.
diabetes, and pediatric cancer.
Cancer.
Ah, nice
So
nice
those are
recall
5
there. Good
things.
for nice.
Yes. I always forget the cancer. I don't know why, but anyway, we would like to donate $1,000 to
Wow.
the school department's food drive. to
Thank you very
benefit-
much.
Thank you so much. That is fantastic. We're getting a check right
behalf-
now on the air. That doesn't usually happen. So
Wow.
this is
Did
fantastic.
this turn into a telethon all of a sudden?
I think I don't know. We got a telethon. Bring
Wow.
it
It
down.
doesn't mean
Well,
anybody else
wow.
out there can't donate.
No, we did.
Absolutely.
We
The
did
more-
say.
you
Well, we
need all
did
the help
say
you
at
can get.
some point we are going to try to get calls into the show, right?
Right, yeah.
Right.
Well,
We're getting there.
If my request to city council gets approved for the next round of stuff.
Oh, we
yeah.
just happen to have a city councilor right here.
I
Yes,
know,
we
I'm
do.
working on it.
Yeah.
I'm
And
working
it
on
doesn't mean you can't call and give it to the
Call the
superintendent's
school,
office.
yeah.
That's
Or the
right.
school.
Yeah, 572-6403, folks, extension 5. If you want to make a donation, you can call our office, and my very esteemed assistant, Cindy Minicucci, will take care of you.
Yeah,
Or-
she's another one that has a hard time saying, no, Stefan, we can't do that.
Or drop
Yes.
it off either Friday night from 2 to 6 at Tiger's Pride
Right.
here at the vocational school, or all day on that Monday. So we start again at 6 in the morning.
Yep.
Yes, and we
So-
benefited over 200 families last year, and
Yeah.
they did not, were not a repeat of the Salvation Army's donations.
Right, yep.
So
Right.
that's a huge.
So, and I will tell you,
Roxanne, thank you
will
so
be-
much.
will be
That
here
is
again this
huge.
year.
And you're going to be
You're
here
very
Monday,
welcome.
too, I understand, to help pack some bags, I think?
Yes, and I'm bringing Miss Murphy's donuts.
Oh, even nice.
Alrighty
All right.
then.
Well, then.
Thanks for having me.
No,
She's
thank you.
I just
Thank
want to
you,
throw this
Roxanne.
out there. She
Thank
did
you,
complain
Roxanne.
about 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm just going to throw her under the bus. She's like, who picks those hours?
Roxanne,
Aren't you-
that's when we go on the air at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's the only thing.
I'm not here for that. Okay.
I know you're
No,
not.
I think Roxanne needs to have a whole hour. I think she should have a whole hour. She can host. I'm kidding.
Roxanne, I thought you said you were going to be at the door at 6.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to be at the door at 6
Well,
a.m.
Roxanne, how
with
about
Miss
if you're at
Murphy's
Mrs.
Donuts.
Murphy's at 6?
Yeah. Miss Murphy.
Be there
Yeah.
at 5:30. Bring your own coffee. Thank you.
Yes.
No,
All right,
the Tiger's Pride will take care of that.
They will.
Culinary will
So
take
we have-
care of
That's
the
right.
coffee.
So we have
Thank
about
you.
3 minutes left. Can you just kind of give a rundown in case people tuned in late? What do we have going on? What do we need? And what are we hoping to do?
You want to start on that? Just-
Well, we need items for Thanksgiving dinner, primarily number 1. So anything that is a canned good or fresh, like carrots, fresh carrots, green beans, mushroom soup, onion rings for on a green bean casserole, stuffing, gravy. And if you bring in gravy, please bring the packets that can be that's dehydrated versus the jars. Cranberry sauce is always a hard one to get. Turkeys, we're in need of turkeys this year. We're down a few from the food bank, which has always helped out, and we want to thank them again for that. Eggs, butter, stuffing mix, cake mix, dinner rolls, and health and beauty aids. Anything that would help along the line of soap, detergent, deodorants.
Not that they're eating that at Thanksgiving, but again, the
No,
bigger
we-
picture, we have
Toothbrushes.
food
Right.
And,
pantry.
and
Right.
again, Mrs. Dunley is like, she always
She
donates.
rocks it.
She rocks
She
it.
rocks
She
it.
is
Beautiful.
But I also wanted to, new this year, the 16th. If you can't deliver it on Monday, the 16th, we'll be at the school at Tigers
2 to
Pride.
6.
2 to 6.
They can park on Smith Ave,
Yeah.
enter through the gymnasium entrance, right?
Correct.
Correct. And
Both days.
Both days.
days.
So, and on also on the 19th, we'll be there from 6 a.m.
Till
We're there actually till 2, but we
Okay.
prefer to have everything in by 12 because we have to deliver to all the schools,
Right.
who then have to get it to their families.
And then we have to put what's left into the food bank itself. So, and the last thing, if you don't have any food cans and whatever to donate, we do accept gift cards
Love
to local grocery
gift cards.
stores. That really gives us the flexibility to go out and get what we need. Because some years we get 10,000 cans of corn and we don't get any green beans, so we have to go out and purchase those. So,
I know that's
and
what
bring lots
Denny,
and lots of peas for Mrs. Figgy.
Yeah, that's right.
No
Denny
peas.
Akins is saying Denny
Right?
Akins is going to be away, so he's going to bring in some gift cards on Friday. So
Excellent.
Perfect.
So,
Perfect.
so we'll see how that Friday night goes.
All the peas are going to Pete.
Or we can send it to the superintendent's office.
Yes.
do
we
the
like
do the
this.
Pete's Peas Drive.
Pete's
Pete's
Peas. There you
Peas,
go.
right.
And,
There you
you
go.
know, again, as I
Anamana,
said,
yeah.
we do have squash and we have some things donated. And the schools, I have to say this, the staff, especially staff that you have recruited, step up all the time.
I agree. They're terrific. We have retired staff that come in. It's just a whole community event, and I want to finish up the show just by thanking both of you for being on again and all
Absolutely.
that you do, but the generosity of our community. Roxanne is a perfect example of that.
Absolutely.
Westfield has heart, and we really appreciate what everyone does. Chris, anything?
No, just I'll just echo it too. The drive continues to be a success. Last year 211 families. There's a huge need in our district and in our city, and we can't thank everyone enough for the time, effort,
Right.
energy, and donations that they put in to help our kids and our families.
Absolutely.
Every little bit helps.
It does. All right, folks, thank you very much for listening. Next week, we will be on with Mary Claire Manning, principal of Highland Elementary School, and talk about all things Highland. But in the meantime, don't forget to make your donations to our food drive. Thank you
thank
very
you,
much.
Lions.
Thank you, Lions.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great week.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB.